Well, hey guys. In this video, I wanted to say that in a couple months, I'm going to be overwhelmed with a lot of work, and I emphasize a lot. I'm going to show you some pictures in this video, and we can't go there until the closing, but I do have some photos. And I just wanted to give you guys just a glimpse of what lies ahead. And I'm really overwhelmed, but in a good way. I mean, it's a good feeling, but it's overwhelming how much work there is to do. The house has a 2-car garage and it sits on acreage. So there's plenty of room in the garages that are attached to the house. But this house came with a lot of extras. On the property, there are things that have been left behind by the previous owner who passed away. And these are things that I need to get moved in to the pole barn. There is a gigantic pole barn, you guys. You are not going to believe how big this pole barn actually is. Once we're on the property and I can walk inside and show you guys in a video, this building that is adjacent to the house at the other side of the property is 60 feet wide by 96 feet long. 60 by 96. And it has a loft upstairs. It has an apartment in the back with a bathroom. It's got a toilet and a shower and a sink. There's offices in the pole barn. It's got its own heating system. It's got its own lights. It's got ceiling fans. It's got tons of windows. There's overhead doors. It's full of stuff. There's antique furniture inside the pole barn. There is a vintage, restored, fully restored and painted vintage Ford truck box that is sitting on rubber up off the concrete floor. The whole entire pole barn has a concrete floor. There is a CJ7 vintage Jeep front end inside the pole barn. There's chairs, tables, dressers, tool chests. There is shelving units. There's shelving units that have brand new 5-quart jugs of diesel oil that's never even been opened. There is just a ton of stuff, you guys, and we didn't even have time to go through it all. There's going to be a lot of things to find. There's going to be a lot of things to go over. There's going to be a lot of work of cleaning and mowing and weeding and cutting down saplings and just cleaning the property up, you guys. I'm going to be busy for the next 2 to 3 years. There's work we want to do with the house. There's work to be done with the property. There's work to be done with the pole barn. This pole barn, you guys, is absolutely gigantic. It even has its own driveway. It's just amazing. This property is phenomenal, and it's totally secluded in the woods. You cannot see it from the road. And this property also came with a utility trailer, a car dolly, and 4 lawn tractors that are just sitting outside. I'm going to air up the tires, put each one in neutral, and push each tractor into the pole barn way off into a corner somewhere. And I have to go over these machines. There's 3 Cub Cadets and 1 Craftsman tractor, and I'm going to get all 4 of them running to the best of my ability. The utility trailer we can use because Bridget's car has a hitch. My vehicle right now doesn't have a hitch, but I could get one put on it. We're going to use that for hauling stuff to the dump that we don't need, bringing materials home for the house from Home Depot. The car dolly we could put on Craigslist. 3 of the 4 tractors I can put on Craigslist. The brand new restored vintage 1960s Ford truck box I can put on Craigslist. The front end to the CJ7 Jeep. The antique furniture, the dressers, the table and chairs, all this stuff. Anything that we can salvage, you guys, we're going to put into one corner of the pole barn, and that's going to be stuff to list for sale to make back some of the money on the property to put into the home. Because we want to rip the carpets out and lay a floating floor through the whole entire house. So we got painting to do. We got cleaning to do. We got a lot of vacuuming to do. We've got a lot of throwing stuff away, just going through and finding things, and there's parts of the home we haven't even been through yet. It looks like there's a shop on the back of the 2-car garage that's attached to the house, but we don't know yet. That could have tools in it. There's so many weeds around the pole barn, we never saw the back side of it. There could be a snowmobile back there. There could be a snowblower. There could be more tractors. The gentleman that owned the property that passed away ran a business out of the pole barn. So we're going to be finding things as we obtain the property, because we got to wait till closing. We can't do anything until closing. But you guys are not going to believe the size of this pole barn. This thing is the biggest one I've ever been in. And there's lots of rooms. Like I said, there's a whole loft upstairs. I don't know what's all in the cupboards. I don't know what I'm going to find in a lot of these other back rooms. I got to get that all cleaned up and sorted. And the grounds I got to bring back to its beautiful luster that it once was. I've got saplings that are growing up around the pole barn that I got to cut down and cut up and put into a pile. I'm probably going to be burning stuff, like yard debris and stuff like that. It does have a fire pit. It does have a deck on the back of the house. Bridget and I eventually want to put in a trail on the property, so we have our own loop trail. And you guys, it's just a lot of work. I am going to be so busy. I went from having no content to, once we take possession of this property, you guys, I am going to have so much content, it's not even funny. And I'm going to bring all of you guys along for the ride, so you guys can see the progress and what we find as we go along and what we turn this property into. So please stay tuned, you guys, because in just under 2 months, the whole thing is going to begin. And I'm also going to give my channel a new title. So I will let you guys all know when I do that, so you guys recognize the new name, because I'm not getting along alone anymore. So it's going to have a brand new channel name, and I think you guys are going to like the name. I know Bridget loves it. And this is going to be a brand new beginning, you guys. But I got a ton of work to do, and I'm only one person. And it's just going to be Bridget and I bringing this property back to its original glory. It's a very nice house. It's only 13 years old. It was built in 2010. The basement's like brand spanking new. The basement looks like it was just built yesterday. This is a nice place, you guys, and we're going to make it beautiful when it's all said and done. But I got a lot of work to do. So bear with me, you guys, because when the time comes, the videos are going to begin under a brand new channel name, and this is going to be adventure that's going to go on for the next several years. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.